guys, someone that is disciplined, someone that respects himself should be lean, athletic, functional all year round. Yeah, they shouldn't be doing these crazy bulks, stuffing their face to get to a certain weight on the scale, training like a bodybuilder, eating the cream of rice, the Frosties for breakfast, just getting the calories in where they can, looking like complete shit, feeling like complete shit. You want to be looking good all year round, all right? You just want to look lean, you want to look athletic, you just want to look good with your top off. Not just on holiday, but just all year round. You want this to become a lifestyle that is sustainable, right? These are the reasons why you don't want to be training like a bodybuilder. Number one, just the unhealthy, eating habits. Yeah, stuff in your face with all this food, the high fat, the high carb foods. You're going to feel sluggish. You're going to feel lethargic. Stuff in your face with cream of rice. I've done it. All of this stuff. And you just look terrible. Like, you look watery all year round. You look soft in your clothing. Yeah, you don't look good. You look bloated in the face. Like, honestly, go on my Insta, Charlie Crawley Fit. See what I used to look like. And I'm not saying I ever looked like a bodybuilder, but when you're carrying that high fat body fat percentage year round, to maybe try look good for a summer holiday, then try cut back down, you just look terrible majority of the year. Like, is it really worth it? And this is another thing I found. Obviously, you claim that you're bulking, but all that you're putting on is mostly fat, if not all fat. All right, it's not muscle. It's that simple. I've done these crazy bulks and I've tried cutting back down and I've realised, I haven't actually got much muscle to begin with. And that is what it would be for majority of people. I'm telling you that now. A lot of it's just water, it's, fat, and you just want to be looking good. You want to be looking good in clothing. You want well-fitted clothing. And you just want to be walking the room feeling confident in yourself. Next thing is, so many people are just chasing the scales. All right, they're trying to get to 100 kilos. They're trying to push this amount of weight in the gym. Ego lifting, ego driven in general. Just trying to get, reach a certain number on the scale. Like, does it really matter? All right, I've been 87 kilos, and to some that's not that heavy, but for me, for my height and stuff, it was pretty heavy, and I felt it. And now I hover around the 71, 72 kilo mark. And honestly, I'm not trying to sound vain, but I look better than majority of people, and that is because I'm just not carrying that excess body fat. Yeah, I actually respect myself, and people respect me. Even when I tell people I'm around, 71, 72 kilos, they think it's mental, all right? But that's because it's just a case of, the leaner you look, the bigger you're going to look. Yeah, you're going to look a lot more defined. You're just going to look a lot better in clothing, yeah? It's going to show off your frame a lot more, especially if you've got a bit of size to begin with. You've got good insertions, all right? So, before even going into bulk, you really need to ask yourself the question right now: are you sub 10% body fat? If you're not, you shouldn't even be going into a performance phase to begin with. And like I said, I don't really want to call it a bulking phase either, because I just think bulks are just silly. At the end of the day, the long game is the short game. All right, you want to be gaining, tissue very slowly, year round, and just peeling back that body fat. When you hit maybe 12% body fat, then you go back into a diet phase, you pull that back, and then you go again. Yeah, you go back down to 8, and then you go again. It's that simple, all right? You want to be looking good all year round. You want to be looking lean. And yeah, it's just not healthy. Yeah, the unhealthy habits, you're just looking like a water balloon. It's very demotivating when you look at yourself in the mirror and you just look like complete shit. It's that simple. You want to look good with your top off, on holiday, at the festivals, just year round, for your partner, for yourself. You're going to get a lot more respect by others just by being lean, looking athletic, and just feeling good in yourself. It just adds up to the mindset thing as well. Like, your mindset's just going to be in a better place. You're going to be a lot more clearer, not lethargic. Majority of people are just looking to look good. They want to look like the movie stars, the Zac Efron, Baywatch, the American Psycho, Christian Bale, Troy, Brad Pitt, like you want that look. That's the look you're chasing. All right, Michael B. Jordan, Creed. You just want to look good. I know so many people are going to be like, nah, like you can't be lean all year. Like you can. It's very easy. Once you get down to them low body fat percentages, it's very easy. And you don't want to go back, all right? You don't want to go back. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever be above 12% body fat ever again. And that is just because I just like looking good. All right, when you get beyond that 12%, you're starting to look a bit fluffier and it's just not a good look. You know, you're looking a bit more bloated in the face, stuff like that. But it's very sustainable when you have structure in place to begin with. You know, to stay sub 10% body fat. In all honesty, like when you're getting super low around that 7% mark and lower, yes, it's very unsustainable, I'm not gonna lie, but it's very sustainable to be 10% body fat year round, right? With the right structure in place. And you're gonna feel better, you know? Like you're gonna be a lot more mentally clear. You know, you're not gonna be sluggish after, you know, scranning down shitloads of food that your body doesn't need. You're gonna move a lot better. In the gym, your performance is gonna be a lot better. Your recovery is gonna be a lot better. None of this junk volume that all these bodybuilders are doing. All this that you see online, because I used to do it. I used to go in the gym, train chest, just chest, you know, about 30 sets of chest and leave the gym. Next day, back, 30 sets of back. It's like, what are you doing? No, that is not, like you're just not going to recover from that junk volume. It's that simple. Yeah, you need to be strategic with it now. And yeah, you want to just be feeling good. And you can feel good whilst looking lean year round. You just need the right structure in place to begin with. Your whole life shouldn't be around the gym, going in the gym for 2 hours, smashing chest. It should be 45 minutes to an hour, in, out, you know, 3 to 5 days a week. And yeah, just letting it become a lifestyle, not your whole life. All right, you're training at the end of the day to look good for yourself, to be a lot more respected by others, and just to become a lot more disciplined in yourself. Yeah, become the best version of yourself you can be. So just chase that lean look. Stop chasing the bodybuilder look. Like I say, just let this become a lifestyle. Yeah, let it become a lifestyle. Eating clean, going to the gym, yes, but not overdoing it with the junk volume. You know, training like a bodybuilder and letting it just become an obsession about the scales, because it shouldn't be like that. You're training to look good, feel good mentally, and you won't feel good mentally being a bodybuilder. It's that simple. It's going to be very demotivating when you look down, when you look at your face, it's bloated. You know, you got saggy tits. You just look terrible. Yeah, it's not worth it. So just chase the lean athletic look. Stop training like a bodybuilder. And yeah, so shoot me a message on my Insta if you're just sick of not seeing results. Yeah, you don't have any structure. You're feeling undisciplined. You're feeling very demotivated looking at your body right now, and you just don't know what to do with it. And I will get back to you. So yeah, shoot me over a message and I'll see you in the next video.